Hello Virgo, welcome to your November reading. I will be selecting cards from the Illuminati Tarot deck for the general energy of the 4 weeks of November. Then I will select a focus card for advice on what to focus on for the month ahead from the Lover's Path Tarot deck. And then lastly, I will pull a self-care message card for you to cap off your reading. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to focus in on your energy. Going to focus in on the sign of Virgo. Going to focus in on the constellation of Virgo. Going to picture Virgo, the Virgin, in my mind's eye, and any other symbolism that comes to mind when I think of your sign. So show me the energy of November for Virgo. Show me the energy of November for Virgo. Okay, this is it. And I'm not choosing to read reversals for this deck. Personal preference, although I do sometimes on certain decks. Okay, so Virgo, the first week of November, I see the Four of Wands. Okay, this is a domestic card to me. This is a card of a happy home. It's also a marriage card. A happy wife is a happy life sort of thing. I see just a general contentment. With you, you're feeling grounded and solid and stable in your relationships, with your family, at home. And this is just a very lovely period for you of happiness and joy and really counting your blessings, and you're seeing all the things to be grateful for, and you're not taking anything for granted. Wonderful. Then you have another four. Okay, so you have two fours together. One is Wands energy, which is like fiery, happy energy that's like more like active, okay? And then you have more of a grounding energy here with the Four of Pentacles, okay? So this is like, you're very protective of your home. You're very protective of your loved ones. I see that there's a sense of protection, that you feel like you need to protect them, or you want to, or that you can, okay? And this is also, you've built walls to keep other people out. I'm definitely being drawn to the walls. This is like the walls of the home. So your comfort nest is your security, okay? And you're holding on very tightly to this. Like I said, you're seeing the blessings that you have, and you don't want to let that go. And that can, I don't think that is good or bad. I just think that, yeah, you're valuing what you have and you want to protect it. So wonderful. Then the third week of November, I see Judgment. Okay, so something's being reborn. Something is being renewed. I see you renewing something. Okay, this could be like a renewal of a commitment that you've made to someone. It's things being sort of brought out of the coffins, brought out of the closet, brought out of a closed space that was sort of being locked away, sort of bringing things out and dusting them off. Okay, and this could be a very literal or very figurative meaning, but I see this as a card of like release and letting go of old stuff here. It's like very dusty to me. It's like old things, you're releasing it and letting it go. I do see that there could be things coming up out of the blue that you're sort of having to clear away. I'm not sure specifically what they are, but that's sort of the general energy, is there are things coming up for you to sort of deal with and release and let go in order to renew yourself. Okay, what I'm kind of getting is that in your relationship, Okay, you might also be a little bit stubborn or like boxing yourself in. I see boxes here. So maybe not willing to look at the stuff from the past or drudge up stuff from the past. If anything comes up from the past that you've already moved on from, it's like you're letting it go. You're not dwelling on it. Okay, so you respond to that in that manner. I feel like you passed the test here. You have the Princess of Wands, okay? And this is a very active, dynamic energy, okay? So things are really moving a lot. There's a lot of conversation with people. There's news coming in. This is the Messenger of Spirit card. So you could be getting some messages from your guides, from angels, from messages. It's like for example, you're brushing your teeth or you're doing like mundane chores and you hear something like in your mind, like, oh, I need to follow up with this person, or oh, I need to remember to do that sort of thing. It's like something comes to you, it's a message. Okay, it could be from spirit, or it could be, you know, like a phone call or something like that. I do see more so like spiritual messages coming in, so pay attention to this is also like follow the breadcrumbs. Okay, so there's signs and omens that are being revealed to you the 4th week of November, and you're sort of having a grasp on that. You're like, she's grasping this wand. Okay, so you are handling the messages. You're you could be a messenger to other people as well. You could be sharing some sort of news or information, but I do see you actually receiving some messages coming in. So pay attention to the news around you. It can be kind of subtle sometimes, okay? But there's subtle messages coming in. See you picking up on them. You're connecting with spirit and you're being very aware. I see things as being generally pretty pleasant for you for the month of November. And also I get this sort of sense of you're protecting here. Again, this kind of goes along with this theme. It's a different energy of it. But again, there's wands. You have a lot of wands in your energy. You have 4 of Wands and Princess of Wands, and now you have the 9 of Wands, which is like you're guarding what you've worked so hard for to build, and you're protecting it. And, you know, I see you not allowing anyone to come in to disrupt your happiness. No one's going to be taking your happiness from you. You're not going to let them. So I see you being very strong. I see you being very strong-willed, okay? And being and defending. Okay, in some cases this can be also being a little bit defensive. But generally I see for the most part you're defending your happiness. You're defending your relationship. You're sticking up for yourself. If something comes up from the past that your partner brings up to say, hey, remember when you did that, you're not going to dwell on it. You're going to sort of let it roll off your back. You're protecting your energy, you're protecting your happiness, and you're not going to let it, you're just going to let it go. Let it go. Okay, so I'm going to pull an advice card for you, Virgo, to see where you should be placing your energy, what you should be focusing on. This is the focus card for you for November. So let's see what the deck wants to say. Hi Virgo. Okay, so I'm very sorry, but I was talking and just really in the zone of doing your reading, and I didn't realize that my camera battery had died. So I really apologize, but I did select the other 2 cards like I said I was going to for you. And the card that came up for the Lover's Path Tarot again is temptation. Okay, so I'm just going to try to remember what I said before I realized that the camera had died. But it's the temptation card is, it's expressed by Paolo and Francesca. So this card is about love stories, or this deck has love stories in them. So if you want to maybe Google or look up their love story, it may apply to you in some way about the energy that you're going through. But the focus here is on temptation, okay? So what I was saying is that sometimes life gives us circumstances or scenarios where we're being tested or we're being tempted in some way. And I had sort of said that with this card. For some reason, I said you passed the test with this Princess of Wands. So whatever is coming up here, it's like skeletons in the closet or things from the past or something that you're having to deal with. It's really how you respond to it. So there could be someone from the past that you're hearing from, like that you had buried and you had moved on from that. Or there could be some sort of conversation with your lover where they bring up some sort of situation. Remember when you did this or something like that. And you're like, nope, not going there, not going back into the past, not drudging things up, okay? And for some reason, I feel like the universe really brings us circumstances to sort of test us to see how much do we really value our happiness? How much do we really value the things that we've worked for? I feel like you've put a lot of effort into establishing happiness in your home and in your relationship, and there's a sense of stability, and there's something coming in to sort of tempt you into quarreling or giving away your power or your happiness in some way, or there's someone coming in that could be alluring or appealing, but I don't feel like you're going to be giving in. Like I said before, I feel like you're going to be passing the test. Here is like you're closed off. You've built walls around it, and you're not letting other things in. You're not letting other people in. You're not letting in other energy that may disrupt that. And I feel like it's really reiterated here. There's like this protective energy, and you've built a fence here, and you're like, nope, not going there, not allowing that. Okay, so there's something coming in to sort of tempt you or test you in some way. And then I had shuffled the self-care deck, and I pulled out decisions. This card also came up for Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer, so it's coming up for you as well, Virgo. And I feel for a lot of people, November is going to be a big time of making decisions for yourself. This is really what's best for you. So on the back, it says, honor your top priorities. If it's not an absolute yes, then it's a no, okay? So what I'm feeling is that the universe is going to be presenting you with a choice, okay? And I don't feel like you're going to be giving in to that weakness, okay? I don't see any weakness here with the Four of Pentacles, and especially this guy. He's on guard, he's on duty sort of thing, and he's like not allowing anything to come in and disrupt the harmony, to shake up the peace, okay? So I do see you really passing this test with flying colors. It's all a choice, though, on how you respond. You do have free will. So it's up to you. You can make the decision to go back in the past and rehash things that have already been buried, that are not beneficial for you, to go over old ground, old territory. And if it's not an absolute yes, then it's a no. So if you're on the fence about something, you're like, not sure about this, how about no? So that's what this is saying, okay, Virgo? So this is the very clear message that I'm getting for you, for your sign for the month of November. So if you have any questions or comments about your reading, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to address those for you. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so for future readings and forecasts, horoscope updates for your sign. So thank you so much for watching, Virgo, and I wish you the best month of November.